MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today we get this season started with an AFC East tilt right off the bat, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the New York Jets. Set for football now on a rainy Sunday afternoon. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Right.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Here we go. Right.
Fields now to throw. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. So the completion good for just 3. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here we go. That's right. 551. 551. Go. Right.
From the gun, here's Fields. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to make it 4th down. On to punt is Camarda as he sends this one away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They start the drive with Cook. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Allen. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Allen now looks to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Allen to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they have to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Now Allen. short throw pulled in by Kincaid. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Well, yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go. But you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early. For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Quick throw here by Allen, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Bills are on the board here first in the season opener. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Bills kickoff unit out as they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Given 3 on the screen, he couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
3-19,
Play action. It's Fields. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
So after the INT, it's Allen. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Inside give to Davis. And he's across the 40 for the extra yards to the 43. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here is 3rd and 5. In motion goes the tight end. Allen going to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Now Cook running right. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
All 52.
Throwing now is Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
And the Bills' 1st down.
What's that?
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, 26 yards. And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
Hey, Ken. Here we go, son. EQ. Extend. You got a mini bench tonight?
Now it's Fields. This is Smith with the ground. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, Ty. Stay high.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
319, there's it.
To throw is Fields. And this is going to be caught by Smith for a jet touchdown. Arian Smith from 17 yards out. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9. To the air, Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. Now Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and it'll be 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Jets will take over.
At their own 30-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that, all his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Well, he went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Round 80.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. To throw, it's Allen. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
I think we all understand his disappointment. Didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the 1.
They'll try it with Ali. And they'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Here we go. Extend. 222, 222. Right.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And check down, complete to Hall. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
That's good for a Jets. First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 3rd and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Fields. That is caught. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Green.
Again, Fields. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
This pass out wide to Hall. And he's got some space here. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense is looking for.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jets get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete with the penalty marker down as well. And I think he was beyond the line of scrimmage when that ball left his hand. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
Alert!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Allen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on the punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They run it again with Cook.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now 2nd and 9. Cook up the gut. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Allen has his man. It's Shakir. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line.
That's another Bills 1st down. It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Bills.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a free possession game.
Ball again on 2nd down. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, going out. We're going out right here. Hurry up, hurry up. Right.
They'll run with Hall. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here we go. Right.
Ball again. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Here we go, Side. Right.
They'll give to Hall. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Here we go, Tonight.
Here's Fields. That is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And the Jets, first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Go.
On play action, Fields. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
To the air again, Fields. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Don't jump. Ready? Tonight.
Out of the gun, Fields. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
Alert! 180!
Now Allen. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Round 80!
Here's Allen to throw it. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. On the return, Hardy. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the door.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's another throw that could have been intercepted. Part of this, you credit the defense. They've been really stingy. But he's also made some really questionable throws, and that's another one right there.
551, 12 goes.
Back to throw, Fields. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself. An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Throwing now is Allen. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
319.
Allen going to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. He's got room. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 146 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
319.
Again, it's Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Give to Cook out of the gun. About 3 yards there to the 27. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The offense on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Round 80! What's that?
Allen now looks to throw. He'll try and do this himself. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. The kick by Bass is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. We're good. Right side, 319, got you back.
Now it's Fields. They'll find Taylor. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
Here we go.
At the 43-yard line.
Paul want to give up the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 33. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here we go, son. Go.
To throw is Fields.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Jump clear. 58. Here's that. Tonight.
Fields throwing again. He's got Otten. And they'll get this down to the 10.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here we go. Tonight.
Here's Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Allen. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Here we go, tonight. Tonight.
Now a carry for Allen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
This size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. Touchdown, Jets. Arian Smith, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And the Bills are going to recover. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
Round 80.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here.